Yep, that's me, mom of 6, mid-crisis, and a laundry pile I'm actively pretending doesn't exist. Not exactly where 21-year-old me thought she'd end up, but somewhere between all the wrong guys and one really good one, this became my life. And to understand how I got here, we've got to start at the beginning. It was still finals week and it was chaos. Papers, group projects, too many iced coffees, and not enough sleep. But Tim and I still wanted to see each other. He called one day and asked if we could grab lunch. I was finishing a group project at someone's house and told him to meet me at a restaurant nearby. He was already waiting outside when I pulled up. I walked up to him and he smiled, leaned in, put his hand on my waist, gave me a sweet, quick kiss and said, "Hey, babe." You guys, he called me babe. My brain short-circuited. Are we official now? Is that what that means? Like, do I text my friends, update my top 8 on MySpace? Am I being dramatic? Probably, but also maybe not. Because here's the thing, I never dated casually. I had my high school boyfriend, then Seth. Serious relationship to serious relationship. Zero chill, no in between. So this, whatever this was with Tim, was completely new territory. How many dates until you become a couple? Is there a rule book for this? I wanted to ask like, hey, are we a couple? But I didn't want to sound needy. I didn't even know if that's what I wanted, but I did want Tim. But I still love Seth, so how does that work? How can you want one person but still love someone else? It didn't feel fair. Not to Tim, not to Seth, not even to me. All I knew was when Tim kissed me and said babe like it was the most natural thing in the world, my heart did something weird. And that was enough to send me into a full-on mental spiral in the middle of a sweet tomato soup plantation. Finals ended, somehow we survived, and when it was all over, Tim wanted to take me out. He continued to make me laugh, and even though I felt so comfortable around him, I still had a stomach full of butterflies. After dinner, we drove back to my house. He put the car in park and turned toward me, his elbow on the center console, and said something flirty and witty. I wish I could remember what. I laughed and said, "Oh, Tim Horton, you are smooth. Do you say that to all the ladies?" And without missing a beat, he said with a half smile, "No, just you." Then he said, "I hope you know I'm not talking to anyone else. You're the only one I'm dating. I really like you, and I'd like for us to be exclusive." No hesitation, no games, just clarity. And something in me knew I had to be just as clear. So I said, "Tim, before you ask that, you need to know something. Would you like to come inside?" We went to my room. He sat on the edge of my bed, and I walked to the closet and pulled out a box. The box, the one I kept everything from Seth in. I sat beside Tim, but left space between us. I put the box in the middle. I didn't even realize how metaphorical that was until now. I turned it over, and all the letters spilled out. He didn't flinch, didn't pry, just waited patiently. I finally said, "Tim, I like you too, but it wouldn't be fair to say yes without telling you about the baggage my heart comes with." And I told him everything. That Seth and I had technically broken up, but we still talked, that I still loved him, and that I was confused, and that I didn't have answers. When I finished, I kept my head down, ashamed and on the verge of tears. Tim reached over, gently placed his hand under my chin, and lifted my face to meet his. His eyes were so kind, steady, and certain. "Well," he said, "if you'll have me, I'd like to fight for you." And he cupped my face and kissed me.
So is that the moment you finally said yes to Dad?
This is part of my true love story, and you can binge from the top right here.